He talking about the '90s
Let me see what they have to say about
because
this,
we the
man.
Kobe era.
He
Prior
also
to
prefaced by saying he didn't watch back then, and he's also 23 years old. So, like, you got to take that into
Yeah,
account.
man,
I mean, this is one of the most skilled players to ever.
I didn't watch it back in the day, so I can't speak on it. I would say they said it was tougher back then than it is now, but I don't think anybody had skill back then. Michael Jordan was the only one that really had skill, you know what I mean? So that's why when they saw Kobe Bryant, they were like, oh my God, but now everybody has skill.
They did not. I mean,
Uh,
I think that was directed more toward the Jordan era because
nah.
when I hear that and I really start thinking about it, I'm like,
He pretty much said nobody had skill back then but MJ and Kobe. So he shitted on everybody. He shitted on PG, fucking I say PG, Paul Pierce. Oh my god, KG. He shitted on Larry Bird. Shitted on Magic Johnson. He shitted on all them legend OGs, bro. That's kind of fucked up, but
nah, that's not true because
hey,
you have multiple players who had hella skill. I'm talking about, come on now, that's pretty much doing the same things
Tracy
they doing
McGrady,
now.
like
We had
you can't say
the
that,
guards
bro.
who was going up doing the stuff that we seen D
AI,
Rose and Ja Morant doing. I mean, I seen
but
Baron Davis, Steve
But yeah, though I ain't gonna pause no more. But he did say the 90s. I guess
Francis and Kevin Johnson doing all that type of stuff. I will say this: the skill level has gotten better with this generation, but I don't think overall it makes you a better player. I think I think the imagination and the flair of the game is not the same. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't play as much basketball as we did. They work out individually. We played 5-on-5, and our creativity for the game was a lot better in our era. Cause like, who's a showman? Who would you consider like a showman of today? Like Kyrie maybe with the dribbles,
Yeah, and Ja.
uh, high flying
I
job.
mean, when you said Kyrie, there was Rod Strickland that
Yeah,
had it.
exactly. I mean,
When
think
you
about
talk
the
about
Stephen Curry with the
creativity.
shot.
Vince Carter, I'm like, how
Exactly,
can you?
like Vince Carter, we never seen nothing like that. That was something different. I mean, Magic Johnson, white chocolate. I mean, we don't see people passed the way J. Kidd did. Like, it's like unreal. Like, we don't see that type of creativity
yeah,
no more,
facts,
you know?
So my question to you is, when you see youngsters
facts,
go, man,
facts.
I didn't watch, so I don't. Is it important for
But we're
youngsters
just
to
gonna go
dig in
back
the
to
vault?
what we got to go back to Ticket's famous saying to me: "You ain't watching the games, Lord. You ain't watching the games, Lord. You ain't going back watching the games, Lord."
If I'm being honest, bro, I don't think anybody in this generation could have played like 20 years ago. If I'm being 100, and this is to Ant, this is to
Two
everybody in our league,
thousands.
Tatum, all y'all. Let me tell y'all something, bro. 20 years ago, bro, you couldn't get to a triple step back.
Talking about 2004 then. Huh?
No.
You hear what I'm saying to you? You couldn't get to a triple step back, and then if you shot that shit, it had to go in. You know why? Because we had efficiency back in the day, my dude, and it was so fucking hard. It was too physical. And guess what? The league had to come off of it for the flow of movement to be able to have scoring go up, which is why we like to sit here and watch kind of the rat race of the high-paced game, right? But bro, let's not talk about the gamemanship, and let's not talk about the physicality of the game back then. Real shit, because I only think half these kids in the league could have been on an NBA team 20 years ago.
Straight up.
The locker room was too.
KG did
too
serious,
grown.
bro.
You know what I watched too? You
It
know
was
what I
too
watched?
grown. It was too of them. It was too much of a fraternity. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man.
Just
Like
the hand check. How,
no, bro. It was a different. Vibration.
Yeah,
David
yeah.
Stern did a great job of taking all of the physicality out of the game. You understand? Freedom of movement means freedom of movement. Man, back in the day when you had to get by Paul because Paul was squared up with you and ready to slide, and then he could body you, he could poke, he could use his hands, but I can use my hands.
I could fight through a screen.
Bro, the shit that we saw in the Olympics, was similar style play when the guard can ride you damn near over the pick.
Yeah.
And if you don't know how to get out of that, and a nigga like Holiday, when he come out and he get over, he there. Right. So if you go to cross him, bro, you don't even. That's what I'm saying, bro. Man, the levels
Get there,
in
bro,
which you
get
have
there.
to be not only strong enough but skilled enough to get by this nigga in front of you. You understand? And then they ain't never seen a 6'7" Rodman guard you. Bro, I see you. And you know, you in the scout report. We know you go left. We know you can finish right, but you go left to pull up. Bro, everybody knows. Bro, niggas watching the games back then. Them Isaiah Thomases and the Dumars, man. Dumars shut Jordan down. Bro, they was coming to the lane, bro. You might get your nose broke trying to dunk. You understand? Dwayne Wade broke Cole's nose in the All-Star game. Man, bro, it's just different. It was very different back then, bro. Real shit. I'm talking about in the locker room. You can't be on your phone in the locker room. Can't. Bro, 20 years ago? Nah, nobody in this era could have played 25 years ago. We said that. And I'm talking about not just the play and all the skill that everybody got, actually was called bad shots and lack of efficiency. It was until they started fucking with all the data and saying take more threes than twos. Before then, we played ball, bro. We didn't give a fuck about all that other shit. And the GM couldn't come down and say, put into a game plan with a coach like Doc or D'Antoni talking about, we trying to get touches and touch the paint. Bro, I didn't see.
Yeah, it's hard to say more skill.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Nobody in this era has a mid-range.
Bro, you couldn't get, nobody.
Nobody in this era has a post game.
And the ones that do look amazing. Look at Shea. Shea got a mid-range.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's only like a few of them got.
That's what I'm saying, bro. 2 dribble, pull up.
Yeah, they don't.
Try to do it. Okay, young fella, if you hear me. And then y'all exhaust the ball. Y'all are dribbling the air out of the ball.
Right.
Y'all dribble the ball 100 times more than another nigga.
Right.
Catch it off the bounce. 1 dribble, 2 dribble, pull
Right.
up. Let me see you do that off the bounce.
Right.
Let me see your skill work off that. I ain't even known it like this, but bro, you can't come from niggas and not expect a rebuttal on shit. Bro, real shit, it was totally different. And you had to have that work, and you had to really work on your shit. And it wasn't no, you was out 2-3 games, man. Your teammates, hey, bro, what you doing tonight? You going? Nah, I can't go, man. My toenail off, man. I can't. Nah, bro, you can't even come in here and lead no niggas like that. You hear me?
Nah.
So you had to strap it up, and you had to get out here. You had to dive on the floor. You had to get in the rumble. Yeah.
Right.
Real shit. You had, man, it was men leading men. Yeah, ain't none of these niggas been in no lockout. And Anthony Edwards don't know what's going on with the league policy. This, bro, you understand what I'm talking about? The leader, bro. Man, I can't even have this conversation.
You can't even say it if you ain't watched.
It ain't the same. It ain't the same.
Like,
Then
don't
you say I didn't
that,
watch.
and don't say you didn't
Oh,
watch.
man, Jordan, the only one has skill. Yeah, I know you didn't watch the game. But him saying that.
Yeah,
So,
you can't say
you
that
know what?
and then say
Respects
you
to the
don't
young
watch.
fella, man. I don't get on here, and we don't use this platform to douse anything. But I'm not gonna start the
you gotta-
cooning. I'm here to elevate the game. I'm here to help the young players elevate themselves. But it's
you gotta
always
say.
different
Yeah,
eras. When you hear
yeah.
Michael
Don't be
Jordan, some of the
downplaying
greats talk about the different
other
eras
eras,
of play.
bro.
The 80s was different from the 70s. The 70s was different from the 60s. The 60s was different from the 50s. But in all of it, it had gamemanship, it had aggressiveness, and it had stuff that came with it that you didn't really hear about that you hear now. Man, shit.
Yeah.
Shh. Half these motherfuckers can't even be in the locker room. Half these niggas coming from no parents and one mom and all, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these niggas got their mom and dad, and a lot of these niggas ain't even outside, my nigga. I'm really from the park, man. I'm really from Basswood. I really did play at Springfield Park. You know what I'm saying? Cleveland Park, all the parks. I really was at Argyle. I really was on 16th. I really was hanging out on Ridgeway. Like, I'm saying that to say that, yeah. Like, man, it was different times. So when I hear these things, they don't add up because it was a different time of how you played, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then there was a lot of two-way players back then that was real niggas. I'm talking about stars. I'm talking about Gary Payton, the Jason Kidds, the Michael Jordans, the Grant Hills, the
These
McGrady's,
are real
the
niggas.
Colts, you know what I'm saying? The TDs, the C. Webbs, the Rasheeds, the...
He must have been talking about like the 60s or something.
Lord, he feeling himself, and I like that.
That
I
nigga
like
said
that
he
he
must be
feels
talking about
good,
the
but when you're a
60s.
savant and you talking to the league and you spitting different shit, you gotta know what you're talking about to be in the argument or to be in the discussion of what we're talking about. But to say that they're most skilled, shit, 20 years you couldn't get to a triple step back. All that shit, James Harden and all that shit. And then too, if you was dribbling the air of the ball, bro, nigga told you straight up, hey man,
Come on, man.
swing it, man. What you doing?
What you doing?
Five more dribbles, you out here. Hold on, I got it.
Then
Back it
don't
up.
miss,
What?
don't miss,
And then
don't
we
miss.
had plays
Right.
that you had to remember, and if you couldn't remember the plays, you couldn't be out here. It wasn't all this switching shit. You had actually strategy to where the strategy had to go to 2-5, 2 and 4, y'all 3 and 4, y'all doing this.
Yeah,
you had
yeah.
to, man, you had a list of shit that you had to be responsible
for sure that.
Not some, I didn't forget it. And you know what? Fuck it, just throw him out there because he good. Nah, bro, it's a whole nother level of shit. So
Right.
know what you're speaking about. But yeah, I'll root for you, young fella. Just know what you're talking about, young fella. Because that you said don't make no sense.
Shit. Funny ass video, man. Ant was tripping for sure, man. Real talk.